click on the link for broad subject terms under the NLM Catalog Tools list of options. This will take you to an alphabetic listing of broad mesh headings that are assigned to index journals. The broad subject terms are assigned by index section to the journal record. Generally, they assign 2 or 3 subject terms per journal. These broad journal subject terms are valid mesh headings, and right now we have about 120 of them that are assigned to the different Medline journals. When you're on this page, you can choose the heading that you want to search on, and then when you click on that, it will run the search in NLM Catalog and retrieve the list of journals for that particular broad subject term. In this example, we ran the search on allergy and immunology. You'll see that the system qualifies this by ST, which is for subject term, and it retrieves a set of 282. You can further refine this search by clicking on the limits link, going to the limits page. On the limits page, if you wanted to limit this search to journals currently indexed in Medline, you would go to the journal subset list and check that off, and then run your search, and it will then reduce the number of journals you have in your set. Another example of a typical search that many users want to run is to search by country of publication and limit that particular search to journals currently indexed for Medline. To do that, you would enter the country of publication in the search box and qualify it by PL for place of publication, and then you would select the journal currently indexed in Medline and then run your search. Additional to the different options you have on the limits page that we've talked about, with a new enhanced NLM catalog, we added additional search options. And many of these search options used to be in the journal's database. Examples of the different search options are in this chart. Some of these you can choose to search on from the limits page, and in others you would enter the search string from the search box in NLM Catalog, or you may do a combination of the limits page and the search box to get at the data, as we did in the example for place of publication searching. The different new options are, if you wanted to search by and create a list of journals that are designated as being acid-free, you can do that. And you'll see under the third column it tells you that you would just enter the phrase acid-free to get in the search box to get that retrieval. Version currently indexed would identify a list of journals being indexed from either the print version or the electronic version, and you can make that selection from the limits page. You can search by year of publication, or end year or start year, and you can actually range search on either of those. Those you qualify by EYR or SYR, and you would do that in the search box. Current subset is an option on the limits page, so you could, for instance, create your list for index Medicus titles. Indexing treatment allows you to search and create a list that are of journals that are currently indexed, full or selective, either one is available to you. ISSN type allows you to create a list of journals that have a print ISSN, electronic ISSN, or a linking ISSN. In a language search, you can search either by the language code or the full language name. We talked about and gave an example previously of searching by place of publication. And on the limits page, you also have the option for searching on PubMed Central Holdings. Here's a couple examples. In this first, we have journals referenced in NCBI databases. And then we want to combine that with journals indexed from the electronic version. And then you just check off those two options and run your search. In this example, we have journals currently or previously indexed for Medline and limited to the German language. And then you check those two options off and then run your search. A common question that we've gotten since we enhanced the NLM catalog is, how can I get to the NLM catalog to run journal searches from PubMed? And there are two ways to do that. In the first example, from the the PubMed homepage, you can go to More Resources and click on the option for Journals and NCBI databases. In the second option, from PubMed's homepage, by going to the search button and the list of databases that's just above the search box, pull that list down and select NLM catalog. If you just hit enter, that will take you to the NLM catalog homepage. If you, your other option is to actually enter a search in the search box and then select NLM catalog and run the search, and that search will be taken and run in NLM catalog. A couple things I wanted to note is that these two publications we used to create in a print version. And now you can create these publications, or the equivalent of these publications, from the limits page in NLM catalog. To do that, for the list of journals indexed for Medline, you would go to the limits page and choose the option currently indexed in Medline and run the search and create your list. This title ceased in the 2008 edition, so this is the only way to create this listing now. The list of serials indexed for online users is still available from our NLM webpage in XML format, but you need to use that with a DTD. So an easier thing maybe for users to just go to NLM catalog, the journal subsets on the limits page, and choose journals currently or previously indexed for Medline. Then you just save your journal lists to the file, and you can then manipulate it as you want in once you've downloaded the listing. If you'd like more information on the journal searching in NLM catalog, we have two NLM Technical Bulletin articles from the November-December NLM Technical Bulletin, and we also have the NLM Catalog Quick Tour, Searching for Journals in NLM Catalog.